Today, we are going to be painting our desert cactus. Your glue should be dry. You can see where the shapes of the cactus are on your paper. We're going to start with yellow. Put just a little bit of yellow inside of your cactus shapes. Just a little bit. Don't paint the whole thing yellow. Just put a little bit of yellow inside of each space. Do this for all the cactus pieces. If it's part of your cactus, it should get just a little bit of yellow inside of it. Be careful you don't drip the paint as you're going from the paint cup to your paper. Okay, that looks pretty good. Check to make sure you didn't miss anything. And now I'm going to take my brush, wipe it on the edge of the yellow cup just a little bit, and then stick it into the green watercolor paint. I am now going to apply green inside of the cactus. The green is going to mix just a little bit with the yellow. This will help create more visual interest in our color. By mixing a little bit of yellow in with our green, it makes the cactus look more realistic. When Georgia O'Keeffe paints her pictures, she mixes colors together in the same way. The cactus is not just one solid green color. It is actually a couple different types of greens and yellows, so we're mixing the colors together on our paper to help our cactus look more realistic. If we look at a cactus in real life, we will see that it has more than just one type of green on it. So I'm going to carefully paint all the parts of my cactus. Now, make sure you're staying inside of your glue lines. The glue line will help to keep the paint from seeping into the space that is for our sky. Paint very carefully, trying to mix the yellow in with the green. Don't forget to go right up to the edge and get all the spots. Make sure you get every single space painted. If you do get a little bit outside of your glue line, that's okay. When we paint the sky, it'll blend in and it'll look just fine. Keep going until you get all of your spaces painted. Make sure you don't miss a spot. Take your time and work carefully. Try to mix the yellow in with the green so it looks more natural. That looks good. Making sure I don't miss any spots. Paint right up to that glue line. Now that I'm done with my cactus, I'm going to double check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Always check your work. I'm going to set my paintbrush to the side. I'm going to get a new, clean paintbrush. You want a new, clean paintbrush for the next part. I'm going to get some of the magenta watercolor paint, and I'm going to put just a little bit of the magenta in the background. I'm going to start by putting just a little bit of magenta in my background. I'm not painting the whole thing magenta. I am only painting just a little bit of it. Just like we did with the yellow paint. We're going to start with the magenta, and then after we paint the magenta, we're going to paint blue on top of it. And just like with the yellow and the green, the blue and the magenta are going to mix together. Remember, our artist that we are learning about is Georgia O'Keeffe. She mixed her colors to create more realistic looking flowers and plants that she saw when she was painting in the desert. I am now moving on to mixing the blue onto my paper. I am going to let the blue and the magenta kind of mix together as I paint it. Don't forget to get all the way to the edges. Try not to miss a spot. Don't forget the corners. Go right up to the edge of the cactus. The glue line will help keep the blue from mixing with the green of the cactus. If you do get a little bit that seeps into one space or another, that's okay. Try, though, to keep the blue on the outside of the cactus so it doesn't mix too much. Make sure you get all the parts. Don't miss any of the corners or the edges. Double, triple check your work to make sure you don't miss anything. When you are finished, your paper is going to be very wet. Please make sure you carry it with 2 hands to the drying rack. Don't forget to double check your work. And then you can put all your materials away. Your brushes go in the sink. your paints can stay on the table and your picture goes on the drying rack.